There are quite a few amazing online resources that an individual could use to educate themselves on a college level. Some of these sites offer certificates, um, but they don't necessarily offer a degree, as far as I know. One of the sites that's really interesting is edX. They have a slew of courses in different categories, most of them coming from high-level universities such as Harvard, MIT, and Berkeley, and tons of other schools and universities that are well known for quality education. But the beautiful thing about this site is that the courses are not just dull and boring, looking at somebody, um, write on a chalkboard or something like that. Um, and there's several subjects that you can choose from in here. So, say for instance, if you were interested in the computer science courses, which tend to be a huge part of this site, along with humanities, engineering, and a couple others, business and management. Um, this category is pretty cool. Now they do have verified courses, and then they have stuff that's like more appropriate for high school, stuff that's easier to see on your mobile device, and or and and so one of the places to start in here would be the computer science course. Signing up for this site, you basically would register, and I'm not going to go through that. It's pretty much self-explanatory. So to find out more about the course, a lot of times you can go and read about the course. A lot of them have Facebook groups and a lot of feedback and stuff like that. Um, you can earn a certificate if you want to. You can even earn credit at that school under the extension school for this particular school if you want to. But otherwise, it's free to enroll. But in order to get the actual like physical or digital certificate for taking the course, um, you'd have to pay. And either way, it's typically about the knowledge and then trying to get your hands wet with or dirty with some experience. And a lot of times you can do that by volunteering for different nonprofit organizations. Recently, I looked into Code for America, and there's a lot of projects and things like that on here, which allow you to jump in and and participate if you're doing computer science. So there's different citizens, different you know uh, groups throughout different areas. They're in Orlando and other places, and then a lot of times you could just participate online. But that's if you're in the computer science arena. So on here, you can get an introduction to the
This is
course.
CS50.
It's a pretty cool course. It's pretty amazing.
Computer Science 50, otherwise known as CS50, is Harvard College's introduction to the intellectual enterprises of computer science and the art of programming for majors and non-majors alike. I took CS50 last year as a freshman in the fall, and it absolutely blew my mind. I had never taken any programming classes before, never came in with any computer science experience at all, and I heard the buzz about the class and decided to take it. It's taught me how to think in a whole new way. It's
So a lot
taught
of
me
these
how to
classes,
reason better and
they'll
look at
have a
the
little introduction to the class to kind of show you more about it, um, and uh, and that's a one way to get started in this arena. There's also the other sites I had mentioned before, Treehouse, you know, teamtreehouse.com. And this, I think I might be logged in here. Okay, yeah. It's a great way to get started. There's Code School, which just united with Pluralsight. And so this is all programming and computer science related type stuff. So right now you can actually sign up for Pluralsight and get free access for the next few days, all the way until like Sunday on here. Same thing goes for Code School as well, since they just joined forces. But Pluralsight's pretty cool when it comes to actually having video tutorials and things to go through, um, and things that let you learn, tons and tons of different programming languages or technologies and stuff like that to browse the courses, and there's different numbers of courses in each one. So right here, say for Windows Server, there's like 22 or 121 courses, and 22 of them are new. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. It tells you the time that it runs, and a lot of times it'll tell you, you know, uh, how many videos there are. You know, you can kind of look to that, the different categories of the videos and so on and so forth. So edX is one. Those other two, Team Treehouse, Code School, Pluralsight. There's Coursera, which gives you some of the same exposure that edX does. You can take courses from a lot of those universities and things like that. There's different specializations on here. I did this a new category. I never saw this before. So if you wanted to specialize in one of these particular things, um, then I'm assuming that that's a class in that area, or a set of classes in that area. Yeah, the courses that kind of correspond to that. This is also um, free. It's a beautiful thing about it. And I think they might also have a paid level, but I'm not absolutely sure about that. That would allow you to get some sort of certificate or something like that for taking their courses. So that's Coursera. And another option is Udemy. And Udemy is pretty cool because they have little one-off courses a lot of times to teach you how to do different things in different areas. So it just depends on what you're interested in and what you're trying to do. Say if you needed to, I don't know, beef up some of your, I don't know, Microsoft skills. You haven't used Word or Excel in a long time and stuff like that. Um, and these are all paid. I don't know if they have any free courses on Udemy. There's also another one that with a similar name called Udacity, right? And Udacity, from what I know, is free. They may have a paid level as well, but Udacity is just pretty cool because they have different categories, and this is pretty much all um, technology related type stuff. So nano degree. I'm not sure what a nano degree is. Maybe that's like just a certificate or something. They partner with some pretty big names behind them, but a lot of these companies and websites have a lot of big names behind them and a lot of support. Long time ago, I found these going through academicearth.org, and this was one that was like really sponsored by, I think, the Gates Foundation and stuff like that. But they kind of like had some of the same courses. It's not as, I don't think it's as well organized, at least the last time I was in there, as some of these others. Is the open courses in this particular category. There's also, I think it's called MIT Open University or Open something. MIT OpenCourseware. So if you just wanted to get stuff straight from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is one of the best in the world for this, you can look at their courses. They have the video lectures. You can download audio lectures, online textbooks, and everything you pretty much need to go through that course. These are, ones you can sit there and go through all the same courses that somebody taking that class would go through. So, say if this was, I don't know, energy decisions, markets and policies, you want to go through the course. You can see the syllabus. You can see calendar. And a lot of these are courses that were already filmed in the past. So you just be kind of going over what was already there before. Some of these books, they have them for download. If you want the hard copy, you can buy them. And then the video lectures. A lot of these lectures, they were hosting them on YouTube. I'm not sure if they're hosted on YouTube anymore. But these are kind of like professor in a classroom,
Creative Commons license.
watching the professor in the front of the classroom. So they can be not the most exciting, but at the same time, the content and really engaging, being engaged with what they're teaching you is where the excitement lies. So these are a few of the online resources for learning at a higher level, college level, or just a professional level. But a lot of them do start, at a lower level so that you can kind of get into it, even as a teenager or a young kid. Speaking of which, one really popular one is Khan Academy. And I like Khan Academy because the way that they teach is pretty, it's just nice. I like it's standard across the board. They typically have like an electric blackboard where it's like, and so basically I can go in here in the subjects, and if I wanted to learn, I don't know, science stuff or some economic stuff or computing stuff, they have stuff in here. So the partners that they partner with to teach you different things, just little talks and interviews. So say if I was going into some economic stuff and I wanted to understand some things about entrepreneurship, running my own business and stuff like this, there's some interviews with entrepreneurs and some leading entrepreneurs, Elon Musk, Reid Hoffman, some of the other ones, Drew, and tons of other CEOs that are well known throughout the world, and a lot of their businesses are, Fortune 500 companies and stuff like that. And that's just an interview section. That doesn't count, say if you needed to beef up on some of these other things, calculus or trig or something like that, it'll help you with that too. So if you are in school somewhere else and you need to kind of beef up or practice, they're really good in here with this. So basically, the videos that are in here, they're, like I said, it's like this Blackboard format. They're pretty much all on YouTube, but they're organized here on the website. I don't know how organized you would say they are on YouTube.
In this video, I want to give you the basics of trigonometry.
And they would write on, like I said, they got the Blackboard set up.
The sine function. There is
and he's kind
the
of funny
cosine
too.
function.
Yeah, the Sal, one of the main guy who started it, is I like the way he teaches. But then he has some other people doing videos and things too. So Khan Academy's grown a lot over the years, and they're pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing website. So yeah, so that's a ton. But almost any one of these will get you started on a path to learning whatever you wanted to learn at a higher level. The best of them, I think, at least the most attractive to me personally, has been Udacity, edX, and Khan Academy. Out of all of them. And there's tons more. So if you look up online learning or edutech or stuff like that, you might find some other resources as well. That's it. Thanks.